Patrick has undoubtedly established his place in the NFL. Apart from being among the highest paid earners in the leagues, his passion and play on the field have been groundbreaking since he got drafted. Patrick Mahomes II is an American football quarterback born on September 17, 1995, in Tyler, Texas. His father, Pat Mahomes, was an MLB pitcher when he was born. He attended White House High School in White House, Texas. Growing up, he participated in football, baseball and basketball, although he later quit baseball and basketball to focus more on football. Mahomes attended Texas Tech College, where he played football for them, although as a freshman, he was a backup to Davis Webb. He was handed his debut against Oklahoma State Cowboys following an injury to the starter Davis Webb. He ended the game by completing 2 of his 5 passes for 20 yards for a touchdown and an interception. Due to injury to Webb again, he was handed his first career start against the Texas Longhorns, completing 13 of his 21 passes for 109 yards in the game. He started the remaining 3 games of the season while Webb was nursing his injury. He had 1,547 passes, 16 touchdowns, and 4 interceptions as a freshman. However, he split his time with the baseball team, where he acted as a relief pitcher. Following his freshman season, he progressed to the sophomore season also in Texas Tech as the starting quarterback. During this season, he recorded having over 350 passes in 10 games, including 400 passes in 4 of those 10 games. He helped his team achieve a 7-6 season with a lot of productive and fruitful outings throughout the season. During his season, he still featured in 3 baseball games where he recorded no hits in 2 at-bats and 3 runs as a pitcher. Before the start of the 2016 season, Mahomes announced that he would be quitting baseball to focus more on football. He started his junior season productively in such a way that he passed 18 touchdowns to 3 interceptions while rushing for 4 touchdowns in his first month. He also had an average of 442.5 passing yards for every game he featured in for that same month. His superb and exciting performance broke the NCAA FBS record for a single-game total offense with 819 yards. He also tied the NCAA record for single-game passing yards with 734, while he also fell 1 short of the record for most attempts with 88. He, however, finished his junior season leading the country in yards per game, 421, passing yards, 5,052, total offense, 5,312, points responsible for, 318, and a total touchdown of 53. His excellent start to his career as a junior saw him awarded the Sammy Baugh Trophy, making him the 4th player after their head coach Cliff Kingsbury, Graham Harrell and B.J. Simons, the only 4 players from Texas Tech to win the trophy, and he was also named an Academia All-America second team by the College Sports Information Directors of America. At the end of the season on January 3, 2017, he announced that he would be forfeiting his final year of college eligibility to enter the NFL draft. He entered into the draft projected by most angst and scouts to pick in the 1st or 2nd round. The Kansas City Chiefs finally picked him in the 1st round and the 10th overall pick in the 2017 NFL draft out of the initial 27 proposed by the Chiefs to pick. Then he became the first quarterback picked by the Chiefs in the 1st round since Todd Blackledge in the 1983 NFL Draft. On July 20, 2017, he was signed to a guaranteed 4-year deal worth $16.43 million, including a $10.08 million signing bonus. 5 months after the team signed him, they announced they would be resting starter Alex Smith in the game Week 17 against Denver Broncos to hand Mahomes his first professional career start. He played most of the game, helping his team achieve a 27-24 win, completing 22 of the 35 passes he attempted for 284 yards with 1 interception. The following season starter Alex Smith moved to Washington Redskins after both teams had reached an agreement. The transfer saw Mahomes become the starting quarterback. In his first game as the starting quarterback, he was named the AFC Offensive Player of the Week after helping his team defeat division rival Los Angeles Chargers on a scoreline of 38-28, where he threw for 256 yards, 4 touchdowns, and no interceptions. He also achieved a 127.5 passer rate for that game. The following week after he was named the starting quarterback, he threw for 326 yards, 6 touchdowns with no interceptions and a passer rate of 154.8. On throwing his 5th of the 6 touchdowns he had during the game, he broke the NFL record for most touchdown passes in a quarterback's first 3 career games. His excellent performance for that week saw him win the AFC Offensive Player of the Week for the second time consecutively, becoming the first quarterback since Tom Brady in 2011 to start the season with a back-to-back Player of the Week award. His incredible performance for the whole month saw him clinch the Player of the Month award for September. During the Week 11 game against the Los Angeles Rams, he finished the game with 478 passing yards, the most in a single game by a quarterback for the 2018 season, 6 touchdowns and 3 interceptions, though his team went on to lose 51-54 in that game. In Week 17 of the season, he threw an 89 yards touchdown pass to wide receiver Demarcus Robinson against the Oakland Raiders. He then became the second quarterback in the history of the NFL to throw for 5,000 yards and 50 touchdowns, and he also joined 6 other players to become the only 7 players in the history of NFL with 5,000 passing yards in a single season. He finished that season becoming the Kansas City Chief player since Len Dawson led the league in passing touchdowns in 1966, leading them to a 12-4 record and their 3rd straight division title. His overall performance in that season saw him clinch multiple awards, including being named to the 2019 Pro Bowl, First Team All-Pro, 2019 Best NFL Player, and also named the NFL MVP, the first Kansas City Chiefs player to win such an award. He was also ranked 4th in the NFL Top 100 for 2019. He started the following season incredibly, winning the September Player of the Month award for the 2nd consecutive time. A few weeks later, he dislocated his patella and was expected to be out for 3 weeks, but fortunately, he was back after 2 weeks. His coming back saw him help the team defeat the Chicago Bears, which he celebrated by counting his 10 fingers, indicating that he was signed as the 10th overall, while the Chicago Bears had the chance of signing him at number 7 but did not. He was later selected that season to the 2020 Pro Bowl but eventually didn't play because he was participating in Super Bowl 54. After an incredible and exceptional performance throughout the season, he was named the Super Bowl MVP. Winning the award saw him become the youngest quarterback and 3rd youngest player in the history of the NFL to win the award. On July 6, 2020, he extended his contract with the Chiefs with a 10-year extension worth $477 million with $26 million in potential bonus. Then he became the first athlete to have a $500 million contract and the largest contract in American professional sports history, surpassing Mike Trout's $426.5 million contract with Los Angeles Angels. That season he led the Chiefs to their 2nd consecutive Super Bowl. His AFC Championship appearance against the Buffalo Bills saw him become the youngest quarterback to start in 3 straight AFC Championships. 3 days after the conclusion of the Super Bowl, he had surgery to repair a turf toe injury he had in the divisional round game. In May 2021, he restructured his contract with the Chiefs to $17 million on a salary basis. He led the team to a 12-5 season win and also secured their 6th consecutive AFC championship. Mahomes participated in the wild card round stage of the playoffs for the first time against the Pittsburgh Steelers. He finished that game throwing for 404 yards, 5 touchdowns, and a single interception. The game later ended with a 42-21 win for his side. He also continued his fine form to the start of the 2022 season, winning the AFC Offensive Player of the Week twice in the first 4 weeks of the season. It also set a single-game franchise record for pass completion, 43 completed, and pass attempts, 68 attempted, in a single. Patrick Mahomes is an exciting young player in the NFL. He has a strong arm and is accurate with his passes. He has the ability to make plays outside of the pocket and is a threat to run the ball. He is a leader on and off the field and has the potential to be one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. For more amazing and enticing content, please subscribe to the channel.